Hey there, it's Beth, and I'm up for Get It Scrapped Saturday. And this week I have a Project Life layout. I'm super proud of myself this year. I have actually really been keeping up with my Project Life. Now, I don't consider my Project Life like a weekly thing. I don't document like, oh, this is week 8, week 9, whatever, whatnot. Um, I'm more of like a monthly. So I don't have week thingamajiggies. But I had this idea, and I'm super happy that it worked out well for me. My idea was to take a stencil and use my fuse tool and create a heart, and then fill that heart with beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sequins from the shop. And that is exactly what I did here. I used Pandora's Ombre, which is my absolute new favorite mix that Jody has come out with. And then it's a pink ombre, but for the life of me, I cannot remember the exact name of it right this second, but that is a new mix as well. And it just alternated small scoops of, or small pinches of sequins and shoving them into the heart. In hindsight, I probably could have left the opening for the heart a little bit longer, wider, but I just wasn't sure how it was going to work out. In the end, it ended up working perfectly because my heart got fully stuffed with the beautiful sequins. And I taped the stencil back on with washi tape. And the reason why I did that is just so the stencil wouldn't move while I was going around it with the fuse tool. And like I said, this concept, I am so thrilled that it worked out as well as it did. Like, it's perfect. I'm super happy with the end result of this. This is a Heidi Swapp stencil that I used that came with a stamp, and the stamp says "with all my heart." So I grabbed some Illustrated Faith dye ink that I've had in my stash for a while. And let me tell you, for some reason, this stamp took forever to get off of the packaging. I don't know what was up with that, but whatever. I got it off and I inked it up with the excuse me. I have seemed to be doing that a lot in my videos. I'm so sorry. I guess that's what happens when you record your voiceovers late at night. But I stamped that with the pink ink from Illustrated Faith, and I was super happy with the way that came out. And then I was like, oh, this is stark white. This is too white. So I grabbed my gold Heidi Shine and I shook that up really, really well, and then used it for some splatters. So you're gonna see a splatter, splatter, splatter. And then, just because I wasn't in the mood for dealing with a big mess, I threw it on top of my cloth diaper thing that you see I've got going on here. And then I realized, oh, my fuse tool is still on, so let me turn that off. Using a paper towel because some of the drops are quite large and overflowing with ink. And then I heat dried that, and I was happy with that, but then decided I need more. So I grabbed the Fibes Cold as Ice, and this happens to be one of my absolute favorite colors of shimmer spray. I love this color. It's just a beautiful blue, and I thought with the sequins being pink and blue, I might as well just keep going ahead with that theme. So I went ahead and dried that up as well, and you can see I have no mess. Oh, so happy about that. Let me tell you, even if you don't have a baby, grabbing these cloths, that is the best investment you can do if you're into any form of mixed media at all. So here I had to trim that up a little bit just so that it would fit in the pocket. My Project Life album is 9 by 12 this year, and I think maybe that's why I am doing so well with the upkeep. It just seems easier on this smaller scale, like less stuff to fill out. So then I grabbed some of the pasties. This is also new in the shop, and I used the Putting on the Glitz and the light blue one. Again, can't remember the name of that, but it is stunning. I also grabbed the Acrotones acrylic paint in pink because, again, trying to stick with that pink and blue theme going on. And I just scraped all of this on with my palette knife, as you see here. Now, the putting on the glitz, in case you didn't know, it is a glittery pasties. So when I mixed it with the pink, it definitely had some glitter to it, and I was really happy with the way that ended up turning out. I have a acrylic piece from Keller Cast Designs that I stuck into the pasties while it was still wet, and that's going to act as my glue to paste that down, and then I just kind of set that aside to dry. I grabbed an American Crafts crepe paper, I think it's open book 6x6 pad. So when I do my Project Life layouts, I do like to grab a 6x6 pad. And that's what I'll use as my go-to for such things like this. So I need a 4x6 card to map my photo on, and I like to use paper pads. I don't like to rifle through a whole bunch of Project Life cards. I find it easier to just rifle through a 6x6 pad and trim it down. So then I grabbed some glassine bags from the store as well, and I layered that, and then another piece of scrap paper that is just hanging out on my floor. I know this paper has been featured in quite a few videos lately. It is time for me to make a new kit, so that'll probably be coming up soon. But the kit that I created for January is pretty much all done, all used, and I've got the scraps hanging out on the floor still, so I picked that up because I thought it was a nice look for this, and just trimming off the glassine bag a little bit there. I do a tiny bit of journaling on this tag, on this card, and call this card done. And then what do I do next? Oh my goodness, you would think I would remember because I just did this Project Life layout, but for the life of me, I stick a label on this photo, and this is a very pissed off toddler because I brushed his hair. Needless to say, there was no reason for him to be so upset because his hair brushing is not that serious, but he was not happy. So I just stuck a tag on there. It is actually an old sticker. Excuse me again. An old sticker from a Felicity Jane paper pack that I purchased a very, very long time ago. And then these Ellie Edward label stickers. I love these, and I use them when I do my Project Life spreads all the time. So I was just journaling why I took a picture of mugs, which is because I would never put away my mugs in this fashion of mugs on top of mugs, but somebody in the family will. So I was documenting that. And then for this photo, there was tons of space, and that's what I used to use my journaling. And I used my Pilot envelope writing pen. It's waterproof. It's a smooth, beautiful ink. It is my absolute favorite pen, and it journals really, really well on photos, even the glossy photos that I print at home. So this was a food challenge that these two guys had going on, so I just wrote the journaling about that, and then used a another sticker label tag thingamajiggy to post who the winner of that challenge was. And then I have another photo that I need to layer up and get onto a 4x6 card. So I'm just flipping through the 6x6 paper pad again. And I'm pretty decisive with the 6x6 paper pads, which is why this is the way I choose to do it. Because when I flip through Project Life cards, for some reason it takes me absolutely forever. So again, another glassine bag, and then a white tag from the shop. And let me tell you, y'all, I love these tags from the shop just because they are perfect for, like, I didn't get mixed media on this tag, but it's a thicker tag than most tags, and so it's perfect if you want to add some mixed media to these tags. So I love the extra thickness to them. So I layered that photo with a glassine bag and a tag, and I'm gonna grab a piece of twine here in a minute and slip that through the hole. And then I also add a little label from the Ali Edwards label stickers as well, just doing a little bit of journaling on why I am documenting this photo. I believe I am already on the back here. So the next thing that I'm planning on doing is heading on over to my what do you much call it? My typewriter. Yes, I'm heading over to my typewriter and I'm going to do quite a bit of journaling for this card that you see here. I do need to dry it with the heat gun a little bit, and then I use my typewriter for the journaling. And then this, I use some word stickers and a chipboard piece to just document that the baby is currently obsessed with dinosaurs. He absolutely adores them. And then here I am drying this card, and it was close to being dry while I left it sitting there, but it wasn't dry enough for me to go ahead and add my typing strips to them. So I adhered my typing strips with some Scotch glue adhesive, and my Project Life front and back is done for this one. I use quite a few products from the shop. If you please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and use code Beth15. I will leave a link to the products in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.